we have to take, we call them our film production classes. And so you have to take film production 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you make 3 films in production 1, you make 1 film in film production 2, and then you make 1 film in film production 3 and 4. And so it's basically all different types of films that you're making. And I think there's a lot of value that comes out of that, because you end up leaving the school with a lot of good material. Because in these classes, the professor's whole job, which film production 1 is more to teach you, here's how you use a camera, and here's how you use a sound mixer. And they're basically teaching you like the basics of equipment. And when you move into film production 2, then which is the one that I made this short film in, film production 2 is more of, okay, let's develop a story. Let's develop a narrative. Let's learn how to tell our narrative. We know how to use the equipment. Now let's learn how to use our emotions to create a story that we know how to make. And then as you get into film production 3 and 4, that's your senior thesis film. And so you spend the entire year, the fall semester and the spring semester, making 1 film. And not everybody gets to write, not everybody gets to direct, not everybody gets to produce. You're basically assigned a role. So I'm the writer and director of 1 this year coming up. But as you go into FP3 and 4, now it's more of, okay, make the project that you want to make. And so it's really cool because each professor, I feel like, is really good at doing what the class is designed for. Because Chris Churchill, who is the one that teaches FP1, he's the guy that teaches all the lighting classes, all of the cinematography classes. He's the tech guy. He's the one that knows the equipment in and out. And so like, he's really good at teaching you how to use a camera. And he's really good at kind of crushing your dreams a little bit of being like, hey, you're in film production 1. You don't know how to work an audio thing. You probably don't need to do a script that's only audio because you don't know how to work that yet. And it's like, oh, okay. And then he'll offer you an alternative of, why do you want to do the audio thing? Are you interested in audio? Cool. Let's get you plugged in doing this. Much lower scale, much more levels of success, but you'll also do what you're wanting to accomplish. And so he's really good at like taking people's big ambitions, lowering them down and being like, okay, let's figure out how to work the basics. And then film production 2, who's taught by Mark Thiedemann, he's phenomenal at storytelling. He's phenomenal at, okay, you have your passion project. Now let's figure out how to actually tell it and get it to be successful. And let's learn how to do shot lists, and let's learn how to work with crew and set ourselves up for success to make this passion project. And then FP3 and 4 is a lot more of the production side. So more of like, okay, here's how we crowdfund. And the professor who teaches that, Emily Relsbach, she has a producer background. And so it's more of like, okay, here's how you crowdfund. Here's how you do a pitch presentation. Here's how you do all of this stuff. And then here's how you lock a location. Here's contracts, casting offers. And so you learn a lot more of those things. And so they have the professors plugged in really helpful spots along your film journey, which I think is something that you don't get unless you go to film school.